All right, at 5:36, now to the race for the White House as we draw closer and closer to that November 3rd election. Meantime, President Trump is brainstorming through several swing states in the final stretch. His most recent swing was in Pennsylvania, where Joe Biden holds a slight lead. Meantime, Biden's running mate, California Senator Kamala Harris, is out campaigning as Biden prepares for the final presidential debate tomorrow night.
This is an election between the Trump super recovery, which is happening right now, and a Biden depression.
The thing about Joe is that he has a deep understanding of how our government works. He has an understanding of what it means to manage a crisis.
COVID-19 continues to be the hot topic on the campaign trail. Meantime, a new report from the CDC says there have been around 300,000 more deaths in the U.S. compared to a typical year overall since the pandemic began.
All right, and on that note, Xavier, we do have more for you on the coronavirus. Here are three things to know most importantly today. Number one, Texas is about to see another surge in cases. Health officials say case numbers and hospitalizations are rising. The majority of new cases are among young adults in their 20s and 30s. Number two, the United Kingdom reported its highest number of single-day cases yesterday. The UK now has surpassed 21,000 total cases. And yesterday, Britain also reported its highest daily death toll since June with 241. And number three, trouble for HISD during its first week of in-person learning. More than a dozen schools have temporarily closed to deep clean for COVID. A reminder, there are no in-person or virtual classes today because of a teacher in-service day. Now we turn to some of the day's other big stories, starting with a slightly lighter tone from President Trump after some harsh criticism of one of his own health experts. During a call with Fox and Friends, the president backtracked his criticism of Dr. Anthony Fauci.
He's a nice guy. The only thing I say is he's a little bit sometimes not a team player.
Meanwhile, the president's advisor, Dr. Scott Atlas, continues to clash with other members of the White House coronavirus task force, tweeting that masks don't work. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Senate will vote on a pre-election stimulus bill if the president and House Democrats reach a deal. But a source told CBS News that McConnell privately warned the White House against making such a deal. A grand juror in the Breonna Taylor case says they were never given the option to weigh homicide charges against the three Louisville officers involved in her shooting death. The juror says prosecutors only presented wanton endangerment charges. Touchdown! NASA lands a spacecraft on an asteroid. It will collect rock samples, then send them back to Earth in March.